this game for Flaren. It's going to be DDK and Sadikist.
Well, I'm glad somebody dropped an F-bomb. It's going to happen at some point, I'm sure. But here we go. Into the pistol. NiP and Kaboom. NiP getting that CT starting already. Kaboom. No nonsense. Push up Banana with those Glocks. The train is a-coming for NiP. But they have a nice setup here with Freiberg and Get Right. In come the grenades now, as the push is ready to go in. There we go, getting flashed out of position there. Freiberg has to fall back. These guys are getting really close onto the site, but look at this crossfire. Get Right with the signature. Julie's in hand. There are the first couple frags from Get Right, looking for more, only gets to 2. Freiberg just tapping away some bullets, trying to find something as well. And that's 2 players now left for Kaboom. The Brazilian lineup with that bomb down on the site. It would almost look completely hopeless now, as 4 players for NiP are ready for this retake there, waiting for the Brazilians to make a move on that bomb, but there it is, Michael Elliott, long range with the USP, gonna drop, steal, and here it is, Freiberg against Fallen, and the Swedes win out once more.
Yeah, good patience by Freiberg to fall back and not throw his life away carelessly, just stayed alive, caught out bolts after they took down Get Right. And the retake was easily manageable after that bomb was inaccessible for them. So a great start for Ninjas in Pyjamas, especially so because it's on the CT side of their best map potentially on Inferno. It's looking very hard for Kaboom right now. They don't get that 3-round luxury. They don't get that padded start of winning a pistol, and now they've got to find it back in the hard way. They've gone for some pistols this round, 2 Tech 9s, CZ75, P250's out for Fallen and Fur, and they're going to try and work it toward middle right now as the smoke is deployed. Exist and Michael Ailey do have a bit of a crossfire set up. Forrest, meanwhile, back in Graveyard watching apartments, but that's not going to matter. They're not going that direction, and now Exist is going to open fire. Gets only 1 on bolts, though, as ZQK catches out Michael Ailey, so they'll wrap around the arch side, and bad bounce. Catches the actual edge of the awning there. Forrest, though, doesn't care. He's going to continue on, fire away. 2 more to drop. Steel is out now as Exist on the board with his second, and Forrest 1 taps away with that. Tomas catches Fallen, and all on for 22 HP. Looks like Ninjas will get 2 on the board to start things off. There it is.
I really love how NiP played their setups there defensively, because you saw that Exist was spraying down the players as they're running to Arch. Michael Ailey goes down straight away. Forrest is on Pit, so instead of just staying on Pit, which is like a pretty strong position, and playing with Exist, who's down in the site, he actually goes into Graveyard, and they have like this sick crossfire. It's really, really nice stuff. It's the small things, but their A setups are really, really awesome to witness. And Kaboom now with the full save, so it should be a pretty easy one. And unfortunately, for all of you fans of Bisons, Michael Ailey did go down and lose his, and you won't be seeing another Bison for quite some time, I should think.
Well, we do have another high ammunition SMG, because Get Right's got the P90, and he's aggressive on top of the car with Banana as well, so if he sprays away, he might catch someone. That nade from Forrest actually does a huge amount of damage. Bolts down to 26 as a result of that. And there's Get Right. They might have pushed him there. I thought they might, but he had a flash ready. That's Forrest who's actually going to be challenged first, as Fallen and Fur are both waiting inside. Again, Fallen also low HP, 29 to work with for him. And Michael Ailey's fallen back. By the way, he's on pistol, no surprise, saving for the op. They'll bring that out in the next round, and he's going to hold that box angle to get a better line of sight toward the doorway when they flood through. There's 3 of them there now, only 1 coming around from the truck side. Michael Ailey gets the first. They actually do collect Forrest, but Michael Ailey with the USP is doing good work, and another one. That's up to 3 for him now. Can he get the 4th? He runs out of ammo, but he's still alive, still wreaking havoc, and there's the 4th one on ZQK. You don't need guns in the second round if you're Michael Ailey, and now he'll easily pull out that AWP, and Ninjas in Pyjamas look excellent so far.
That is so funny, though. The one guy just doesn't have a weapon, just gets 4 kills. That's brilliant. So, AWP onto Forrest, actually, at the moment. And Michael Ailey, typically the AWPer on the Arch side for this NiP lineup. Forrest usually the secondary AWPer, but he is a pretty impressive player nonetheless, and he does have a good timing onto middle, so that would explain it. As he goes for the peek there, quite deep onto the haystack, down by T-Slope. Not going to spot anything just yet, and Kaboom should be quite wary of not challenging this, because they should be aware that somebody's going to be AWPing there for NiP up middle, so very dangerous territory there. And Forrest is yet to be removed. There it is. Oh, what a reaction shot! So quick, so fast, and now NiP up with a 1-man advantage. And that's pretty key considering that they're kind of outgunned here.
Yeah, now, so that was interesting too before, just cut you off. They threw that off back. The reason it went to Forrest is because he had the spawn to get to mid quicker. Now they go back to Michael Ailey with it.
Fall back into standard plays, and yeah, Forrest, you want him on Pit. You want him on Pit with a rifle. That's Forrest through and through on this map. But Kaboom now that there has been some time passed, these smokes are wearing off. There's no more smokes here for NiP, so that is going to be the opening there for Kabum. But they have plenty of flashbangs left to stop this push from being so effective as it goes in. Kabum, though, look ready and set up to make this play happen on the B-bomb site. But Get Right and Freiberg in position now with these SMGs. Freiberg with the palace there on quad. In they go, gonna push, Get Right out of first oranges with the Molotov. Actually, second Molotov for quad actually missing. That's gonna leave Freiberg just sitting there back at quad, just laying into them with the FAMAS. And there's Get Right on second oranges. There goes the spray with the P90. Gets one, there's a second. More and more frags to follow for Get Right as he shuts down the play. Furtho against 3. Quite gonna find the frag there, but the time is running out. And Michael Elliott's gonna get the kill. Fur goes down. And NiP go up one more round.
Yeah, more importantly, even than just that second Molotov failing to push Forrest out, it allowed Get Right to just change his position by 3 or 4 steps over to the next boxes, and he just stayed there and mowed them down. I'm sure they didn't expect that because I don't think they were even aware they missed by a mere inch. So another great play from Get Right. And B looks like it's going to be very competently held by both he and Forrest in the backside, or pardon me, Freiberg in the backside. But now it's back to pistols for Kaboom, and they're going to head back up toward middle. They've got one smoke deployed to try and get them up there quickly so that they can't be shot at or picked off. But Michael Haley doesn't care because he gets aggressive with the AWP, catches out on Steel, and now Exist going to go back into Bolts as well. So 2 men already up, and we're barely into this round. As Get Right now going to flash off inside CT, but no, doesn't actually blind ZQK, and he'll turn around and get him. But Forrest avenges his teammate, but he's still got one more to contend with. That's Fur. He'll get him as well, and the bomb is dropped in that spot, so Fallen has no choice but to pursue forward and try and at least get guns down. He's got full health to work with in a P250. I don't think they know exactly where he is. Yeah, Michael Haley, did he not see his head there at all? I would have thought he might have.
He's so surrounded right now. It's not even funny, but I feel sorry for the guy. But that said, he's going to actually find a counter Forrest. He had no idea where he was.
And that comes from the fact that they would have thought Arches was covered off, but he snuck in there, and Freiberg goes ahead, closes out the round, but 1 gun down. At least something to work with, but 5-0 CT side Inferno. This is
going well for them, that's for sure. And they got so much cash in the bank. No AWP here for Kaboom.td, and that's something that they can start to consider because they know that Michael Lele is going to want to play a bit aggressive here. They know that NiP are going to start to just exert more pressure on them just because they know that they're NiP. They have more skill than their opponents. That's how they perceive themselves. Michael Lele there for the mid pick again. We saw Forrest on this before, doing quite well. As the Kaboom do take up apartment side. And they don't have any presence on Banana actually. They don't have control at all, no options for Kaboom to double back away from this because they haven't touched Banana, and if NiP can work that out, it's going to give them more clues, more pieces to the puzzle of what Kaboom are really up to.
Smoking Banana does allow Freiberg just to sit in beside those sandbags and doesn't give any control whatsoever to ZQK, Fallen, and Bolts, who are all working there, but that's gone away. But immediately re-smoked. No surprise there. NiP buying themselves as much time as possible. Fur and Steel over toward A, trying to sell a fake. That Molotov's going to do good damage. Freiberg just burning away. He can't get away from it, and 1 bullet into him means that it quickly dissolves him. So a 1-1 trade that forces Michael Haley to rotate back through CT and frees up a little bit of space at A as well. So again, those trades always favoring the attacking side. And I think Fallen actually is going to take that invitation to just fall back down Banana and wait it out to see what his teammates can scout, as Fur and Steel look like they finally do want to get aggressive. But as I say that, they smoke it over inside the B site, and they might actually wrap through because they've smoked off B, meaning they want to go one-on-one with Michael Haley, but he's up to the task. He takes down Bolts quickly, and now Fur gonna have to open things up at pit, but Forrest is in there, and he is more than worthy of holding that position all by his lonesome, and he's gonna try to do so as Fur's gonna take down Exist. He's gonna have to. He gets the first, that Steel, tries to get the second, but Fallen with a better angle over the back of the truck does come away with the kill. So they get the bomb plant, but cluttered in doing so, but they work it back to over toward A. Michael Haley with that op's gonna get smoked off as well, so Get Right's gonna be the first to come around from top middle, and Fallen's already looking in that direction, as is Fur. Fur's going to spot him up shoulder peeking. He now knows there's at least 1 to deal with, but Fallen up close. Wow, what a shot. He reacts so brilliantly to pick him off, and he gets the second as well. Get Right, unbelievably good awareness. 6-0 NiP, unstoppable right now.
That was actually a really amazing round for Kaboom. Like the way that they actually took Banana. I mean, if they've actually looked at how NiP tend to hold it, then they're going to basically be thinking, okay, there's got to be a guy around sandbags, around the kind of wagon area. and they threw an incendiary. They flashed through, knowing that the player would have to actually move from that position, and that was the perfect way to deal with Freiburg. We saw that they got the kill there, forced a rotation, then they set up a fake, all just in this instant. That was really amazing, and with perfect smokes as well. So that was a very nice round from Kaboom. Unfortunately, they didn't pull out the win, but double AWP in from them now. It's a nice mix-up. They're going to find something with this. They do know that clearly has been a little bit more aggressive, but he's going to get smoked off here.
That'll invite him to just fall back for the time being and wait out that smoke to dissolve. They're actually already set up as soon as it does, still peeking up toward middle. Fallen's just up in front of Tarzan or the underpass. But now Molotov out, they've smoked off on truck side as well. Exist still waiting in Cubby, though, would easily be able to spot them if they carelessly forget to smoke him. Now they're going to put one back toward Pit, so they are going to commit to A. But Forrest, look at this, already boosted up, has full line of sight. It doesn't matter if they try and smoke him because they won't be ready for that angle. This is one that you almost have to trade off, but they're not going to do it. Fallen's going to go in alone, and he will eat. Oh, wow! I'm surprised Forrest didn't finish that off. So a bit of luck there for Kaboom as he falls back. Only 12 HP, but still on the map and still a threat.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge deal there for them surviving. It's close behind the smoker, looking for some spray. As he is smoked off. That's usually a player that's going to attempt to isolate the players on quad a little bit. But they're just holding right now, playing with NiP. Their time is running out, though. 25 seconds left on the clock. Going to have to go for the commit to play here into this A-bomb site. Forrest for the push there. Exist on the other side as well at the same time. And NiP with one frag after another. It's just still left in the balcony. And here it is. Michael rattling off those shots with the AWP, and he's soon surely to go down. And he's got to actually be careful here because NiP could kill him after the time quite easily. So he kind of wants to die in these next couple of seconds. To go for it in there, finds Forrest. Take down Forrest. Can he survive here? Just get ready. Oh, a little bit too slow. Does survive. Gonna stay alive. That's a pretty big deal. Did they get him? Oh, they actually got him. Wow, they actually got him. I don't believe it.
Unreal.
That must be that last millisecond that Garrett got the frag there.
And they made a last-second call, too, because I was about to say they recovered both AWPs, but they actually switched it off. Freiburg dropped the second one in favor of an AK, so well, last-minute little action there that switched away as the round expired. They're going to smoke off down low on Banana, and look at this. NiP's going to get fully aggressive and try and push down. Get right in Freiburg doing the same thing to Banana, so they're pinching Kaboom before they even get up into the opening aspect of the map. As Michael Ailey also peeking over toward alt middle, so there's really not much to work with at all for Kaboom. This is great play from NiP. Forrest going to start it off. There it is, the second one for him. They have no idea he's pushed up this far. He's going to switch off the gun toward that Galil because it's got more ammunition and try and continue his charge. Only Steel and Fur remain, and Michael Ailey's got his sights firmly set on exactly where they're going to come through on the mid-connector. And he gets the... Oh, no, he doesn't. Just barely missing out on that one, in fact, so... Won't matter though, his teammates are there and in good position, and Kaboom had absolutely no control of the map from the very beginning there.
I really love seeing those mid pushes from CT sides. To do it properly, you have to really rehearse it and make sure that everyone knows where the flashes go, the smokes go, and everyone's covering the right angles, because it is pretty risky, but you can see how great it is to just throw it in sometimes, especially if you've won a lot of rounds and you can afford to take a risk, your economy can support that. So Kaboom now, once again on some pistols, 3 Deagles, so perhaps we're going to see some fun Deag action in from them momentarily, but Michael Ailey there on the angle towards second mid. Michael Ailey definitely not connecting too many shots so far this match. The AWP.
Does have 9 kills though, so even though we've seen him miss, it just goes to show how much he's been in the action. As Exist bails him out there though.
We will see NiP looking very good on defense, just trying to feel out exactly where these pistoling players are, because they know they have the pistols in hand. They don't want to go and challenge them in these close corridors, just waiting for them to make a move. And there it is, Exist with a bit of a peek on middle, going to catch off CQK, and there's another one from Forrest, as one by one they go down. And this is good work here from NiP on the defense. And how would you see Kaboom getting some rounds into this?
I'm as clueless as they are, to be honest. They've just been so absolutely dominated. They've tried the double op to catch off Michael Ailey. He was wise to it, fell off that first smoke. They tried to get in Banana, and they just get locked out. Michael Ailey going to close out the round. I mean, honestly, they've got to secure map position early instead of trying to take those early. Like, for example, that double op setup. They did actually smoke off Michael Ailey. He fell back to truck side. They had an opportunity to push up middle. Instead, they stayed, waited for that smoke to go away, and then tried to take the fight with Michael Ailey. Well, you just had a good 10-second opportunity to establish a bit more map control, and they didn't take it. They've got to get in banana and force them back past the cart and back into the site. They've got to get up mid, and they're just not doing it.
Yeah, NiP been good at denying that banana control. That middle smoke, pretty safe, pretty easy to run setups behind it. That's why I was so impressed by the Molotov flash combo that they used previously to actually break through that smoke, because that's the big deal for the CTs. Those smokes delay so much. Michael Haley finally going to connect a shot there on the second mid peak, and we are going to see NiP going up and that player very early on and just playing it standard. This is what NiP does. They've got 2 players arch side at the moment, so there's a little bit of a mix-up here going on as the bomber is alone challenging up banana. This is quite interesting now from Kabum. If that bomb gets spotted, things might be a little bit nasty for Kabum as NiP work out what's going on here. But they are just going to keep re-smoking this again and again.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Yeah, really surprised they didn't drop that back in a safe spot, because as soon as he goes down, they're going to know. But this time, at least they've fallen off banana. For whatever reason, they're playing it a lot more passively. And if Kaboom were over in that spot, they might be able to at least smoke off the site and try and get an entry, but they're going to try and commit to A with the other 3 players. I'm not sure, maybe they just want to sell this fake because Bolts hasn't gone over to join them, but it doesn't matter because Forest then exists. They're going to go ahead and mow them all down. ZQK at least gets 1 in response with the AWP. But they haven't even pulled Freiburg or Get Right out of the site, because why bother? Their teammates are doing the job just fine by themselves.
Yeah, they just can't breach a major choke point to get position onto a site. It's just not happening. 15 seconds left on the clock here, and now they're just left with a push in onto this B site. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Flashes don't look too bad here, but in goes Bolts. Get Right first, Oranges, and once again Freiburg at quad. He's just going to try to plant in the smoke. Very brave, but ZQK in with a shot there. Can't get the no-scope. Get Right with the spray down onto the double, and we will have a 10-0 scoreline. Kaboom definitely having a lot of trouble. They had like 1 or 2 really nice rounds, but they just couldn't close. And NiP walking all over them. They're still mixing up their setups, which is really nice. And sometimes we see 2 on arch, sometimes we see more players on quad sides. And they're using the timings on some of the players on spawn. Now Exist is going to throw in the Scar, so they aren't doing the same thing all the time. But it's just a tough defense to break.
Kaboom, another team that had their moment of brilliance as they caught a team off guard, but today no one's messing around, and Exist isn't with his auto sniper, either. But they do respond at least on him immediately. That gives them a bit to work with. But look at this, Freiburg's already pushing down banana because there's no one holding the flank, and he's already to the bottom of the pillars, and if he pops out much further, he's going to be immediately behind them, but they've already gone up middle. They've got through those smokes, so the opportunity's passed. Get Right in the cubby, gets 1, pops out, no, can't get another steal response. Forrest, though, and Freiburg picking up a kill each, and now Michael Haley gets steal on the arch. So they recover nicely, never looked threatened whatsoever.
So much money for NiP. They could start a few trust funds there with all that cash, get some money going. And Kaboom in with the Galils, the AKs. They're just in that mode. They can buy every round and can't put a lot of work in here with all the the Molotovs and the smokes and stuff, because they just can't afford it. And that's been a huge loss actually, because we can see how effective those the Molotovs are to actually help them get control on the B and banana. And that's actually been what has enabled them to have pushes happen in those sites. So here we go, a bit of a push here on middle. Able to take down Michael Haley. They punish him for that, missing that shot. Exists now on the defense, he's trying to spray down. He's going to hold the position, gets taken out. Get Right there on Arch to try to cover for him.
This is the first chance.
Oh dear, Get Right with that flank. Only could catch 1 though. But they can still have Forest as the backup here on A. So waiting for those players to arrive from Kaboom. But they've slowed the tempo now, ferrying the bomb back towards B. Freiburg going to rotate back now. 1 to a site. Fallen looking for that kill on to Forest. As Freiburg is going to be up in a 1-on-2 very soon here. There's a smoke, but might just run through it. There it is. Freiburg predicted it, and that's it. Oh, they're stuck behind the smoke now with the bomb. 40 seconds left. So perhaps Fallen can still create an opportunity here towards the A site.
And they rotated back over there with the bomb initially because they knew Get Right already rotated. They know he's playing B, but that just shows the lack of confidence they had, because they had an extra additional kill a day as well, and they could have just charged in around Arch because Freiburg hadn't quite arrive just then, but instead they hesitate, they go back to B, they get
angle.
shut down, and now they're going to go one-on-one over toward A. Doesn't matter, Forrest is there, and Bolt is shut down again, so still a goose egg on the board for Kaboom. And that's just lack of confidence in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough going up against such strong aimers as NiP, and their defensive setups are really, really powerful, and they're throwing in a little, like a healthy dose of unpredictability in, like, you know, how many players they play here and there, and get right, for example, in that spot, pushing through the smoke at an unexpected timing. He could very well have gotten 2 or 3 frags there, but only got the 1, so yeah, NiP just very hard to...
The bomb, it's gone, it's careless right now from Kaboom.
And it's about to be all cleaned up here as that advantage seems to be thrown away, but it's a 1-on-2 there for Furs. He's got Get Right and Freiburg to contest with the bomb in a Palmas. And Incendiary to just delay him that much more to get in this library, let alone get out of there alive with the bomb. 15 seconds to go, and in goes Fur. Gonna have to go for these kills. Look at that, both on the angle. Nothing he can do. 13-0. NiP looking indomitable here on Inferno and looking to secure their...
Get one, ZQK goes down, but immediately traded Steel. So now they've got Get Right alone in the site, but again, they're not coming through. They haven't opened the floodgates. They're late to smoke off CT, and the NiP welcoming party's already arrived.
Another crossfire here between Exist and Get Right. That's how it's going to work. Get Right does get taken down, but it's more than enough Swedish players here from NiP to clean it up, and they're looking closer, or potentially getting a 16-0. I don't think we've had one so far.
No, we've seen 16-3, 16-4. We have not seen 16-0.
Gotta say, I love the smoke that Michael Ellie did to cut off middle so he could peek into second mid. That's something that you guys can copy. Also, a really nice pop, well, wasn't really pop flash so much, but a flash into Paul as Garrett was falling back. That's like how you do it. A lot of players throw flashes a bit too deep and it goes past players, but that's like the perfect way to do it when you're falling back. So, nice little touches here from NiP. Get Right, the player behind the car this time.
And Exist is actually the one that's pushed up toward mid. They're playing Michael Ellie on that crossfire. Get Right's down. They finally get a good entry toward B. And Freiburg going to nade back, though, and do some damage onto Bolts. Now they've got to decide.
Like, for example, we've seen actually, I think Fnatic did a round where they pushed everyone up, 4 players up middle and 1 pushing Banana. They had a round where, I think NiP had a round where they pushed all players Bananas. Like, those are cool like pushes you can do, or you can just play defensively. Like, there's so many ways to play it, and it's just always fun to see the chaos. And I think it was Thorin that mentioned that NiP have some of the best pistoling players in the world, and that's absolutely true. I think Michael Ellie got a lot of his frags from pistols in that in the first few rounds. Like,
that said, yesterday,
with the
Fur in the 2 pistol rounds we saw him in the first pistols of each match, he was really strong as well. So yeah, they do have a bit of a response for Kaboom, and hopefully Fur can come online in this one.
I gotta say, I always feel more comfortable playing a T pistol on Inferno than a CT pistol because of the way the choke points work. If you get like on top of them, like you get through the choke points like quickly in numbers, it's really easy to like isolate CT players. You can like pick them off as like one big group of Ts moving in.
And in the pistol round, you have the availability to do that because you're not against something that's going to be able to spray you down, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can run in with numbers, and that's on Inferno. You're right. If you can get up Banana quickly or overwhelm them out of apartments, something along those lines, it's quite easy to take control because you take the battles 4-on-1 essentially. And
nade's much less of a factor as other things become a bit more important. Like flashes and smokes aren't really necessarily as effective because you can't buy like as many to really make them be useful. Or like flashes, like players just run at you so fast that the flash is going to probably go past them. You know, all these issues. So that's what adds to making these pistol rounds so chaotic in CSGO, and it's very interesting to watch. So here we go. Jumping into the pistol between NiP and Kaboom TD here. MLG X-Games Day 2. NiP looking to go through into the semis very shortly, unless Kaboom can do something quite drastic to stop them, or at least hold on to their life just a little bit longer with this pistol round.
Start it off, split it out. Looks like Fallen, Steel, and Bolts all heading toward B for the CTs. Fur and ZQK all by themselves over at B, and or pardon me, at A, and that's exactly where the Ninjas want to head. As 4 of them walk all the way up middle right now using a decoy to catch them off guard as Get Right works through apartments, and they're going to get out. ZQK gets the first one. That's on the CZ, but as he trawls back into Boiler, Get Right's on the stairs, and Michael Lilly pinches him from behind. Nice shot, though, from Fur. There's that pistol I was talking about. Nice shot on Forrest. He's still got 2 to deal with, and he's looking to get the second one on Exist. Not going to happen, so the Ninjas have cracked open the A side. It is still a 3-on-3. That bomb will go down, and Bolts is trying to retake. Steel's caught out in apartments, but they don't realize Fallen's also pushed up toward the balcony. Now they're going to try and pinch onto Michael Lilly. He's run out of ammo, so they get a free one onto him, and Get Right The MVP of 2014, the top-rated player, has it all to do. They're going to try and hold that bomb plant, and Fallen gets the kill, so they buy themselves a bit more time in this match, 14-2, and they'll start things off with the economy heavily in their favor.
Yeah, really great work from them. So Kaboom going to hold on then, and that's kind of cool because we'll get to see what their CT, well hopefully if they get the money going, you know, we'll get to see what their CT looks like, and that's always really interesting. Of course, this is a team that has come from Brazil, so it's not as if their playstyle is necessarily going to be all that familiar to most people. Most people have never seen a game from them before, including the majority of the players turning up to these events. Some of these players are known, like Fallen, for example, and Steel and Fur and Soki, you know, people know the names, but this team, they haven't seen them play. So in with the PD50s, smoking a couple of flashes here, so probably looking for a fast play here after the initial grenades go away from Kaboom. Forrest is trying to peek, trying to get some numbers here. Obviously, you know, Kaboom playing a two-man setup here. Fur just kind of like trying to bait a little bit for his teammate, who is in the little cubby. And a very tentative approach here from Kaboom indeed.
Yeah, and NiP just looking for that one kill, that one frag that will allow them to at least get an eco start here. If they can get the bomb down on this, they can get a bye in the next round. That should be their ultimate goal, and it looks like they're going to lead 4 players in toward Banana. Forest is actually going to fall off A and slowly work back to join them, just making sure that no one will follow behind them and pinch them. So Fallen and Steel are going to be the players that come under threat right now. They'll smoke off onto CT, and they'll rush in, 4 of them in, 3 already around the corner. Steel's there on the backside in the closet. Fallen though up close, and Cubby gets the first kill with the FAMAS, but he's still going to be challenged, and he misses out on the first shot as Exist comes around the corner, and Steel's got it all to do. He's taken down as well, so NiP, a great execution into the B site. Watch out though, the retake's coming around from construction side, and it's Fur with that OP90 who sprays away, does get 2. He's trying to catch out Get Right. Why is the second player not popped out to support him? Actually, it's because ZQK took him down in the meantime, so they'll get another defuse. But as I said, that bomb plant was the ultimate goal, and the Ninja should be able to get into the the third round instantly.
Yeah, this is actually like quite huge because they were going to be able to get some AKs, but they wouldn't really have any nades. Now they're going to be able to get full nades with that extra $800, and that's a big difference on a map like this because Kaboom, they lost 2 players there, so really know that they're going to be a bit weaker on grenades. They're probably going to have to go for a lot of FAMASes here just to make sure that they've got enough nades to keep the offense at bay for long enough to make NiP's options a little bit harder to deal with. So full AKs, full nades, even a Molotov. This is really scary right now. And NiP have got so many different rounds that they can show. They know though that they have the weapon advantage right now. They know that.
There's no smokes out to thwart them at Banana. Finally, the CTs will place one because NiP looked like they might trick that invitation, and probably were a bit surprised they could get up there so freely. So Kaboom slow that down, and now it's just all up to playing an early positional game, a standard formation, finding anything they can. Fallen and Steel both passed out, or be pushed out beyond the cart in Banana. So if they came around the corner or pushed through that smoke with a well-executed flash, they could catch one. And a nade's actually going to go off and take down Fallen. So Steel's going to have to play so smart right now. He is going to flash himself back. He tries to get that incendiary out, but Freiburg's already around the corner with the AK and immediately takes him down. Lily being smart not to go through and just throw away any HP because his teammates are in there uncontested. There's no need for him to just jump in and support when it's not required. Get Right gets ZQK, and now it's looking like, as you said, the weaponry advantage is going to put them on match point. Round number 3 of only halftime number 2. This is quite a performance from NiP.
It's actually ridiculous because Fallen actually died there. He had full armor, and he died to just grenades. He didn't even get to see anybody. He just died to grenades, and that's really crippling. You could see how they responded. They were like, okay, well, we're just charging to B then. There's like no problem at all. Just a guy with a FAMAS there, please. So Kaboom going to lose that round, and that's like such a gutting way to lose a round there. Not even getting to play their setup. Either way, Fur actually going to keep himself alive here. Nice juking and driving, killing those players on intercept. Oh no! As I say that, Get Right finds again the last moment. Get Right again is going to get a kill at the end. But he still will get his money bonus at being a CT, so he is all right. We
talk about players that need to be on point as well, and Mike Laley not necessarily being at his best yesterday. The frag distribution, 18, 19, 18, 17 for NiP. Freiburg, the only one that's down below, hasn't really been quite as challenged in the position he played over toward B on the CT side, so no surprise he's lagging behind a little bit. Still has a positive KDR, and for Boom side, the distribution's not nearly as even.
Yeah, a 3B on the opening here for Kabum onto that banana area. Steal with the big pop-up pump. We saw MBK absolutely wrecking faces on the B side with that just yesterday, with an awesome 3-kill. And Steal might be in a similar position if NiP choose to push the issue on this bomb site. And it does look like they are grouping up for this. Perhaps not even deterred by the smokes. They got some grenades of their own. And this is going to be a key moment right now. Kaboom. This is their tournament life that they're dealing with right now. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are about to just bring themselves through onto the semis. Who's going to come out on top? Boss goes down immediately. Big pop comes in with 2. That's huge right there. Looking for another one. Can't get it. It's a 3-on-3, but it's just pistols here for the remaining Kaboom players. Certainly going to be causing a lot of issues as the smokes go down to cut them off as well. As if their life was not already hard enough.
So NiP looking to continue the normalization on day 2 as the favorites are coming out on top, and Forrest on top of the boxes makes quick work of all 3 of the remaining Kaboom players to wrap it up 16-3. So as I say, the favorites on day 2 are showing off why they are the favorites despite this